You have left a lasting impression on somebody that's impacted them. I think they met you and they didn't know what to expect. And now that they've met you, there's been this lasting impression that they've had. And I want to know how they're feeling towards you and how they feel about this whole connection. But what is up, guys? It is Christina, the Tarot Reader, and I have a reading for you. How are they feeling about you since... Whether it was a meeting, whether it was from the first time they met you, there's been something about a lasting impression that this person has felt from this connection, from this collective. Holy shit. They think you're magical. High Priestess here. You would have so much mystery about you. They may think that you're tapped into something higher, okay? That there may be a higher source at play here, that you just seem a little bit mystical, a little bit more than your normal person. You're a bit out of the ordinary. You're impactful. You have a way with words. She's a real oracle, okay? She has knowledge that's beyond our capacity. She is a constant seeker. She is able to really transmute. Not saying that you are a she, but the way you show up would be with a wealth of knowledge. You would probably have a very old soul about you. There's something, though, that like you already knew existed within this connection, and coming into fusion, it's like that was brought to life. This person may not have been the most emotionally balanced when they were dealing with you. Maybe they were a bit fretted. Maybe they were a bit overwhelmed by a sense of emotion. But there's something about them wanting to come forward with truth, wanting to come forward with clarity. Maybe they felt that they weren't accentuating the way that they should have been, or articulating the thoughts that they really had. But there's something about an end goal or an ultimate wish fulfillment. They may be visualizing or fantasizing what life would look like with you. There's a real sense of dreams coming true here. This is everything that could bring you joy. There's something about them not having expressed maybe their true desire or their true excitement about meeting someone like you. There feels like there needs to be more conversation had around here, that there's a depth to maybe how you impacted them that during the time that they were with you, they were not able to express. But in reflection, after the fact, they're like, damn, you are a special mystical fucking being. You have something that they want, and they're visualizing what that kind of future would look like with you. Let's see, what else are they feeling towards the collective? The Empress here. And it is divine masculine. Maybe you are a divine masculine, but it's also the strength that you stand in. You know your shit. You have a sense of groundedness, logic, authority. Maybe you really take a lot of action in your life. This person sees it and they're impressed by it. There's something about you kind of standing in like this very, not domineering, but your energy was just so overwhelming for this person, where they usually stand in their King of Cups upright, very emotionally balanced, very much head and heart in sync, having a depth of emotion that they know how to manage. You got them in a place where they were fretting and maybe unable to really speak their truth because of the way they were fretting. So there's something about the way that your masculinity showed up that was very much running the show, very much just owning the space, that I think this person wasn't able to measure up. But they're visualizing something long-term here. This could have been after a serious ending between you two. There could have been a sense of betrayal or hitting rock bottom within this connection. Maybe you thought it would never come around again, but then you got the star right underneath it. So have hope. Things are coming around. There was a sense of rebirth even after something that may have felt so intense. There's a sense of this shouldn't have worked and it did. There's something drawing us together. There's some sort of alignment that we step into each other and we're cosmically aligned. The wishes are coming true. the desires are being met. But you, I'm just drawn into the High Priestess. Like, you would be truly so hard to read. Like, you would be very impactful when you enter a space, when you enter a circle of people. Like, the attention almost draws to you. Like, people are waiting to hear your final word, what you have to say about things, your opinion. Like, you would just come with this sense of knowledge, of intellect, of depth to you that would want to be uncovered. What is this person visualizing with the collective? The Emperor and the Empress. They're visualizing complete divine union. That you would balance each other out. That maybe there would be a sense of nurturing a connection. That they would get a softer side to you. That they would be able to see your tenderness, your vulnerabilities. Maybe where you do not present so strong. But still, commanding, Earth Goddess, the Empress, things come to her. I do not chase, I attract. What the world just gravitates around the Empress, and they would be really feeling drawn in and wanting more of that. Feeling drawn into you, but drawn into your nurturing, drawn into the side of you that cares, that shows up, that comforts. They really, wow, they see Empress and Emperor in you. That's really balanced. You would be very balanced as a being. You would be very much in your duality and show up commanding, but also have this side that's just irresistible. What do they envision? Three of Wands. This could be moving. This could be anything. It's like the world's your oyster. Whatever they would need to do, the potential, the possibilities are endless. They're really wanting to manifest something though. Maybe they know now that their future plans have to include you. That this is something that cannot be swayed, but they will make sure that they're casting their wand, that they're working up some magic to make sure no matter what avenue, whatever road this has to go down, that there's some sort of future plan towards you two merging together. That they may not be completely clear on their decisions that they are making forward, but they feel it's a Two of Cups. They feel you guys are soul mirrors, that you two get each other, that you could be in a little freaking cottage in the hillside, in the countryside, and you could have all you need and it would be enough. You two spending company with each other is all that you need. There's just really this sense of you guys really get each other. There may even be an unspoken bond, like you just look at each other and you know exactly what each other's thinking. Like, there's a real sense, maybe there even wasn't much communication. Maybe that's where there's that halter in wanting to come forward with the King of Swords. Maybe this person just felt you, but it's left an impression on them. They're like, this person sees me, this person recognizes me. Maybe where they have been cloudy before when it comes to love, not knowing exactly what connections were meant for them. You see this person and they see you back. They would want whatever decision they would have to make in order to bring this in a manifest. They would want to bring this in a manifest. One more. Because they're relieving heartbreaks of their own, things of their own past, things that haven't worked out for them before. Maybe even past heartbreak in this situation with that Ten of Swords. They're relinquishing, they're releasing all of these emotions. There's a sense of really patching up whatever's gone awry here, and they want to patch it up with you. You have someone that sees you as a soulmate, a soul mirror, that you guys completely understand each other, even the unspoken, even when there is silence. This person feels so connected to you and your energy. You've left a lasting impression. They're visualizing this. They're wanting to bring certain things to life in this connection. There may be a bit of uncertainty exactly how to come towards you, and that's what I want to pull next, just how this person plans on coming towards you. But there's something about really relieving a lot of heartache here. This person may really see you as not a cure, but a real positive beacon. Like you have something to give to this person. Like you have a remedy that will help coat them through whatever they've been through when it comes to issues around the heart, issues around relationships. Like this person almost feels like they're fretting in your energy. There's a bit of nervousness I'm feeling, but they want to come forward with truths, with clearness, because you stand as the Emperor and the Empress. Your authority, your left side brain, your rational thinking, like there's a side of you that's just very logical and very much in your power. And then your nurturing side, how beautiful you are, how your energy is just inviting. There's a duality here in you that lives that this person can't get enough of. And it's been on their mind. It's been something they've been really thinking on and ruminating on, of how this moves forward, how this progresses. But I do want to just see how this person plans on coming forward to you. What's this person's next step? What's this person's next step? Oh! There may be certain, the King of Cups came out again in reverse. There may be certain towers, certain things that need to come down in this person's life. Barriers that need to be broken. Let's get a couple more. Oh! Okay, there's something that they're not ready for emotionally when it comes to this situation. Also, financially right now, they may be going through a tough time. There may be a sense of other life burdens on this person that really take them out of this. They would need other pillars, other things in their life to come down before they could completely devote. Yes, they're not completely balanced between head and heart right now. I think they may be a bit overwhelmed when it comes to their emotions. They may be a bit sensitive. They may close off instead of being overbearing, not wanting to handle it. But then you got my Ace of Cups. Thinking about this connection, ruminating on this connection, really having a fun place in the heart. But there is a sense of overarching vision about this, even though it's not coming in right now, and there's definitely blocks in the way that need to be moved before this person comes in. There's a sense of future. There's a sense of long-term plan. There's a sense of who you are to this person, wanting a sense of family, wanting a sense of marriage, wanting all of that, okay? Like life partner shit, that's 10 of Pentacles, that they feel driven towards. That like if the world was ending, this person would come find you. And they'd be like, okay, it's time to go now. But with everything that's going on in this person's life right now, I feel like there would have to be certain things coming down in their life to be able to allow for this emotional space for them to do what they need to do. And especially if this Five of Pentacles is a financial stress, loss, burden that they have right now, there may be something about not feeling secure in the space that they're in to actually come forward. But let's draw underneath this tower. What's this tower need to be? The Ace of Wands. There may be really a lot of hesitation here towards coming towards you. Okay, wherever you stand right now, this is a desire to want to move forward, but this is a lack of motivation, a lack of like being able to push through that. There may be things here that they want to do, but the blocks come internally from them. Not having trust, not feeling, lack of confidence within themselves, not feeling enough. There's a sense of what needs to come down in this person's own moral complex. King of Cups reverse. Nine of Pentacles. And that's really building their sense of abundance again. I do think this has to do with this person's financial status right now. There's a sense of wanting to build their garden, wanting to build their home, wanting to build their business, wanting to build their own sense of abundance and independence before giving to something. So there would be a lack of confidence from this person right now on where they can provide and how they can show up in a relationship, especially with someone like you who does present as High Priestess. Okay, you feel like you've already got your shit situated. You're already tapping into the other fucking ethers. Like you are just above and beyond, like in control of your life, but also connecting in and tapping into what exists beyond the physical, okay? There's something that you can see. There's something that you can provide. You would be a bit of an oracle. This person doesn't feel like they have that same sense of self-worth within themselves to really match you at your level, but they're enamored by you. Ace of Cups. The Devil! That's that obsessive energy, addictive energy, can't get enough of you. Thinking about it, ruminating on the interactions, ruminating on the conversations you have had. Like this is obsessively thinking about it, and it is from a wounded place, okay? Where I think this person sees you very balanced. I think it's almost something that they aspire to be as well within themselves. But they're obsessively thinking about the impression you've made on them and how much it's impacted them, okay? Into wanting to be better, into wanting to be with you. The Five of Pentacles, yeah, so they got the Two of Pentacles underneath the Five of Pentacles. There's things that they're having to give and take, push and pull. There's a sense of having to balance priorities. So if financial is really an issue for them, there's a sense with their finances, what they're balancing right now, priority of putting work before everything else. Like there's really a sense of shuffling their own priorities in order to serve what they need today to get to the end of the day. So I do see a heavy focus on their mind, on where they are right now and the shit that's in their life that they need to close up. King of Wands. The Magician. They're manifesting energy. They believe. They really do trust. They think that you two are meant to be together. They see a soulmate. They know that these things will come in and manifest, that they don't have to stress, that they don't have to put in a sense of worry around it. They really trust in the universe. They know when they're in the King of Wands, I've got to go get it, that they can make anything happen. They have faith in themselves in that regard. But where they stand right now, they do not have the confidence to come in on this energy, but they know when push comes to shove. And as I said, if the world were fucking ending, this person knows exactly where they're going to. Traveling the distance, whatever it is, this person knows. Ten of Pentacles. To be the other side of the heavy burden. When things are finally released, when they don't have as much baggage in their life that they're carrying, that's when they want to bring in something beautiful. That's when they really want to talk long term. That's when they really want to show commitment. I want to get some message cards on what this person would say to you, okay? Even though they're not in the place right now to come forward, to give everything that they've been feeling about this connection, I want to know how this lasting impression has lasted on them. So what would they say if they could? Ooh, I'm afraid of commitment and I should have fought for you. So if it is that Ten of Swords, that this has been through a breakdown, a breakup of some sort before, this person's really reflecting on having let you go one time before. That they may be afraid of commitment, but I think it's truly how they show up right now, that they're not stable within their own independence, that they have certain desires that they're not acting out on and certain internal towers that they need to shatter. I think they're afraid of committing to you and not being completely on the other side of their own issues, okay? Because they know you're not someone that they want to lose and that they should have fought for you when they had you. I'm on my way to you. I'm holding on to the memories of us. They are. That's that Ace of Cups. They're really replaying memories. If this is at a physical distance, maybe they are on their way to where you live, your town, like a sense of being located near you. I don't know how to handle my emotions right now. This is where I think they're truly sitting. I think that there's a big desire, and this is definitely on the King of Wands shit, that I'm on my way to you. Like, I know exactly where to go when I need to. But I do think this is more of them looking at where they are on their journey, and they're working towards being in a position that they could link up with you again and they'd be ready to go. Okay. Ooh. I've been working on myself and I'm not the same as I was before. True. They really have. They've been trying to, at least. That's definitely their intention. A couple more. Ooh. As I said, a couple more. 2 more flew out. Okay, so you may be with somebody right now, but I hate seeing you with them. Even if it's in a social setting, this person may be very territorial. They may always want to know what you were doing. But again, I was selfish and stuck in my ego. There is something that they're reflecting here. Maybe they really did mess things up with you. And it did come from that imbalanced King of Cups in reverse. Maybe they were a bit overbearing in some ways, but now they've kind of retracted that and they've closed down. This is all how intensely they feel for you. I just want to get one more. 2 more. The distance between us kills me. I want to make things right. There's obviously this 10 of Swords that went down between you two that really impacted the happiness of this connection, okay? It would have caused you to go a certain way. Maybe you started dating other people. Maybe you've just recently seen this person again, and that's what's caused this resurgence in emotion. But they hate being far away from you. They will find any reason to be near you, to be in your area. And they hold on to memories of you. As I said, they're in that ruminating, replaying memories over in their head. Okay. I just want to get this person's emotions towards you. How do they truly feel? Sorrow. They're at a breaking point though. Limit. Final straw. Overwhelmed. They're going to reach a breaking point and want to confess. That King of Swords energy. Coming clean, letting you know how deeply they feel, how much they've been impacted, how much you mean to them. They're hoping for new beginnings here. They know that it's going to get to this point and where they need to emerge from their shadow, okay? From where they've been lurking on the sides and all this dark energy in the shadows of the connection. They know that it's going to lead to a confession to bring about a new beginning. There's nothing from you that's expected, okay? It's all coming from this person and they know it because of the way that this connection was left before. Again, soulmates, soul mirrors, deep love, unity, connection. They feel you are a soulmate, okay? And they have been exhausted on this journey. I do think that they carry a lot. I do think they're not in the place that they want to be, but they feel this undeniable connection with you. That you two truly see each other. They're afraid of rejection, that you may have moved on, that you may not be as willing, because you do hold mystery, okay? You would be poker face, you would be a little bit more guarded in your transparency with this person. But they're going to come with an apology. for not being able to move before, for not being able to lead the way that they wanted to. This is good. That there were distractions, that they got sidetracked, that there was change, that there was delays. And maybe, as I said, the real life interference, things came across their path that caused them to be away from what they wanted in their love life, away from what they were trying to build in this connection. I do want to just see what their intention is coming towards you before we wrap up. What's their intention? Okay, be wary. They're going to be quite impulsive. They're going to be they're going to have like lost their patience with it when they come around. They're going to be very much on a mission, trying to achieve a lot, but they may be a bit reactionary, okay? There's a sense of them that will want things to move quickly and like, let's do it. Like, let's go. There may be a sense of impatience with this person. So just be mindful. This needs to come in a balance before it can fully land. Their intention. 3 of Wands wanted to come out again. To move things forward, to travel, to expand, to not have distance. That was one too many. Their intention. I've used these cards so many times. They just feel so worn. I can't explain it. Like they're floppy. To break the distance, to break the separation, to come out of this separation, this energy with you, but to come with truth, divinely guided, to embark on some sort of fate, which means I do think there will be a trigger, a cosmic trigger for this person to come through and act in a certain way. This is something that's being divinely led. Even the way that they come in, even their impulsivity, there's something that's going to spring them out of this 4 of Swords, this rest, this time off. They're going to spring forward with a sense of truth, of clarity, of what they want to share to you, what they want to express. This person thinks that you're soulmates. So there's definitely going to be communication about who you are to this person, whether the feelings are mutual, and wanting to move on it, wanting to move ahead, wanting to make things official, wanting to, whatever it is, transcend obstacles right away. I always say with people coming back around, it's about really, and you're High Priestess, you will already know, really balancing the energy, making sure that this person is considered, that they're coming in authentic, and allowing it the time it needs to transition into something more. Don't be running off full steam ahead, because the Knight of Swords can bounce back and withdraw just as quick. Things need to be established with that King of Cups upright.